Saturday night chat. How are you? We're doing it on a Saturday night for once, only because I wanted to have alcohol in me as we talk about these stories. Because, yeah, I wanted to first show you I have no hair. I have no hair. I made the step of just shaving it all off for the summer, trying it out. And I got a big bald spot back there, so yeah, so I have no hair. So when I buy all my shampoo and stuff, I'm not gonna be using that much anymore. So it's kind of different, but yeah. So cheers. The things that I wanted to talk to you about. I don't think we're talking about Little Women. I said we're gonna talk about Little Women. I know that, but there's just so much that happened this week. It's not Honey Boo Boo. We're gonna talk more about bathroom talk. Only bathroom talk mixed with a little couple stories, which if you're not from Pennsylvania, you probably haven't heard about this story. But it's nothing crazy. But it just kind of drives more of my point kind of home. If you're worried about your kids are, it don't matter. Because of this story. I mean, now this story, the kid's like 17. It's one of these deals the teacher has sex with the kid. But the student had sex for months before. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this is like an updated article. Okay. Let me give you the background first, then we go into this. There was a woman that's in Easton, PA. She was caught having sex with her male student in the cemetery, which is awesome. She's like 49 and this kid's like 17. So it's kind of weird. But the kid's 17. He's a high school kid. He don't care. He's warm and soft. That's all he wants. But yeah, she faces up to 7 years in prison now, only because she's not the best looking of teachers. And if you followed anything with usually how those teacher males, scandals go, usually the hotter the teacher, the less the sentence. And there's websites out there that have like a whole, and they show them in order, like from the hottest to the ugliest, and the ugliest always get the worst sentence, which is some more crap right there alone. We'll go to that next. Don't even get me started. She's charged with institutional sexual assault. Now, did she touch? If the kid's 17, I'm sure it was mutual, but I'm just kind of proving the point here. It goes both ways. You're gonna have a female that's going after a male. And this whole thing is sexist. It's so sexist because the bathroom thing. This week, Hershey Park, the amusement park here in Pennsylvania, declared that you can use whatever restroom you want, just like Target. And I believe it's also kind of becoming a law now, and Obama says it's okay. So pretty much you can pee wherever you want to pee. But you risk the shot that your child, or yourself for that matter, is going to have a man, it's always a man, that is going to be touching your child, or you. But that right there's a woman having sex with a kid in a cemetery. Let's say they do it in a school. Who's to say that woman's like, I'm going to identify as a man today, and I'm going to go into this bathroom, and I'm going to go into this stall and give oral sex to some 17-year-old kid who's probably like, all right, but it's not legal. And I mean, and I've been through this with so many people, and I get it that, it just opens a Pandora's box, and it's more accepting. So if a guy goes into a woman's restroom, if there was security camera footage, you see a man going in there, it's obvious right there. Oh, he's not supposed to be there. But if he's identifying as a woman that day, there's nothing they can really do. But if somehow they can prove that he was in there touching whatever sex, that's still illegal and a problem. But yeah, so I just saw that story and I'm like, and all the examples are these women who are all in outrage, and there's no guys at all that are at outrage that there could be women coming to the men's restroom. That's awesome. Whether they're a man who's acting like a woman, we don't know. But I'm just saying that it don't matter. They're going to do it anyway. As I've always said, they're going to do it anyway, And I was talking to a coworker about this, and I'm like, I give it 10 years. This is not going to be a common thing. I mean, maybe in some parts of the country it will be, but not here in Podunk, Pennsylvania, in the middle of the cornfields. Are you going to have men just walking into a women's restroom? It's just not going to fly. And I mean, and that's is the deal is it's not about transgendered people. I mean, yeah, there's some people that are up bed that they're transgendered, but no one cares. Really, I don't. I'm looking at good for them. If there's a man that looks like a woman or a woman that looks like a man and they have the part, feel free to walk next to me and take a piss. I don't really care. But it's if a woman comes in and she turns around and squats and tries to pee in the urinal next to me, that's freaking weird. And for all I know, she'll come over and try to touch my junk. But if she's good looking, hey, that's great. But, I don't even really know where I'm going with this anymore now. But again, I'm drinking, but I apologize. But yeah, I just think that everyone's getting bent out of shape for kind of the wrong reason. And like with the whole bathroom thing, if they do allow it in schools that women and boys, men can go to the other different sexes' bathrooms. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a little crazy because at that age, depending on the age, now in elementary school, it's weird all the way around. But in high school, you get the freaking the hormones are pumping, and yeah, I'm thinking some crazy things may come out of that, but I don't know. I guess I'm just undecided in the issue, and it doesn't really matter. But let's go. With that said, let's go back to the woman having sex with the kid in the cemetery. The cemetery of all places. She probably thought that would be fine, but a cop's pulling by and he sees a car in a cemetery. Of course, he's probably going to check on it. That's just kind of weird. If they're not outside the car in the cemetery. Come on, woman. Shoot. Yeah. So, the moral of this story is no matter where you're at, if you're at Hershey Park, you're at Target, if you're worried about your child being touched, or you being touched for that matter, but you're on your own, you need to go into the bathroom no matter what sex, because you can go wherever you want to go now. But you're supposed to identify as a man, so if someone comes in and says, hey, Becky, what are you doing in here? You should talk like a man and say, I'm identifying as a man right now, and I'm here to watch my son, little Jimmy over there. He needs to take a number one, so I'm watching him to make sure that you're not going to touch him. And, yeah, you need to give a reason why you're in there, I'm thinking. But you need to, if you're that worried, you need to go in there and be with your child, because you should keep an eye on your child. It's one of those things you shouldn't have to worry, but let's touch on this one more in a different scenario. Like, let's say you have, but that's the thing. Even if you have a son, there's a man can be in there. There's some sick dudes out there who may want to, touch your child. Now you have a woman. What's the odds that a woman's going to come into the men's restroom? Again, I know that's not the example because it's not as common. But let's flip-flop it. Let's go into the women's restroom. So your little Susie, she's going in there. I guess there could be a woman that would touch your kids. That's not as typical. But, Jim Bob comes in there and he's feeling like a woman that day. And then Jim Bob, he's going to, touch your child. In that case, as a woman, you're allowed to be in there. So I'm telling you, women, if you've got a problem with this, I don't want to hear nothing. You need to go in there and protect your daughter just because it's not as common. Boys, they're going to touch him anyway. Like me personally, I try not to be in a restroom. Not that I've had experience with this, but I try not to be in a restroom if there's just one kid in there, because you never know what kids are going to say. They'll be like, oh, that man looked at me weird or something, and then right away I'm in freaking handcuffs and, I'm going to jail for just trying to wash my hands, so, yeah, kids say the darndest things. Yeah. So that's my stance on the bath or the potty rule, and hopefully Caitlin and all the other transgenders, hopefully they can take a pee in peace, and they can do it. We'll worry about all of the sickos out there, and we'll figure that out. But cheers! Have a great Saturday night. If you're going couponing, I will see you tomorrow. I shouldn't have that much of a hangover because this is probably the last drink that I will have, but cheers. Until next week, which is Memorial Day weekend, by the way. Woohoo! Until then, later.
It's so obvious when you're drinking. You've been a worthless drunk that you just keep on. Get sober.